All right, looks like we're live. Did it do the thing? Yeah, yeah. Do I sound tinny this time, or did it come through okay? Okay, good, good. Apparently, the problem was my gain was just too high on the microphone. Okay, well, doing little Dungeons and Dragons tonight. First edition style, old school. Very, very old school, with very, very old rules. It's been a while since we had our last session of this. This is like session four, 3 or 4 of this, but we've had some things happen before. So let's just get introductions out of the way. I'm going to start at the bottom left with Jeff. Anything you want to plug and tell me what character you're playing, what level, what class. So really, Sully's just a klepto. Is that what you're? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right, Friendon. That's always what may happen when you eat questionable food. Let that be a lesson. It's what all the natives do. They actually have a ravine that's just called the Piles. Mm. Scatological. Yeah. Jen. Yes, you have deprived a merchant of his livelihood by taking away 2 of his mounts. Yes, you've done it. Oak. Everyone's still level 1 oak. Don't feel bad. All right. Anything you want to plug? All right. Well, Guess that leaves you, Chuck. That it is. That it is. I'm Bert, BizLab on the inner tubes. I host a podcast called Of Steam, Steel, and Murder, and now a Twitch channel, Steam, Steel, and Murder. So that's all out of the way. What does everyone remember from like a month ago? Well, sort of. Sort of. They can't hear you. Okay, give me a second. Speak! All right. Can people hear them now? Still only hear one voice, or am I lagging on the chat channel? Oh boy. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. Just birding. Is that it? Huh. All right. Yeah, I've got audio output capture. Soundflower is what it should be going to. Are there sound options in Zoom? Maybe it's because it's coming through Zoom. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's try this. Okay, let's try that. Still can't hear it. All right, I don't understand this. Okay. Audio options in Zoom. Here we go. All right, can you guys hear me? Hmm.
I need to put it
I
in
can
the
just
right.
make up a story and then we'll just thumbs up.
All right, nobody can hear anything now, apparently.
Okay.
I can hear you. I can still hear you.
Wait, I said voices.
Oh, and I can hear me. I can hear me. Just talking. Wait.
I hate hearing me.
I like hearing me.
Go to sleep with the sweet sound of
Like-
you.
Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
It's been
Testing,
a while,
testing,
and I've got to
testing.
say, Jeff, I like hearing you too, buddy.
Oh, buddy. Oh.
Test, test,
Wanna
test, test.
blush?
We're in.
This isn't a side light here, Jeff.
No, it's
All
not.
right, you guys
It's
can
my
hear all of
gosh.
us now.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, did it change anything quality-wise? Am I sounding tinny again?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
All right, so apparently what happens is Zoom has its own audio settings completely different to my default audio settings. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. So,
No problem.
all right, so they missed everything. So instead of redoing the full introductions, let's just quickly do, starting with Jeff, just tell us what the name of your character is, what class.
Yeah,
So start, Jeff.
Sully, first level gnomish thief, steals from old people.
Brendan?
Grown Wolf, first level magic user, poops a lot.
Of course. Jen?
That's your life. Odette, Disney Druid Princess, animal friendship all day, every day. I'm still level 1, but I have
There
2
we go.
lizards.
Oak?
Playing Fabor, first level half orc fighter, very ugly and very not charming.
All right. And Chuck?
Hey, Viet cleric. I heal things.
Very good. Right. Yeah. So last session, you did find a captain and you did find a crew willing to take you. Unfortunately, neither captain nor crew have a ship. They also want money. So you had a couple of options. There was a very nice young mind flayer, not at all interested in eating your brains, that offered you positions on board his very nice ship, which you've declined. You have found that there are a number of ships that are on the wharf still. Just taking a look out there, you can see that there's a number of choices you could have, although you haven't fully looked through them yet. And there is a small consideration of having to pay for this captain and crew. And to do that, you decided you wanted to go and basically loot the city that's been mostly abandoned due to the inhabitants being infected by some kind of plague from the water that seems to zombify them. That's in brief where we were last session. So we'll take it up there.
I forgot about the zombie contingent in town and the potential loot places. That was the detail, which that one sailed away like a mind flayer boat.
The contagious plague is just something that, it just doesn't stay in the mind very well.
No. Mm-mm. It's
That
just
one hits a
it's
little
so
too
far
close to
fetched.
home.
Or that. It's either too far fetched or hits too close to home. Either works.
All of those things, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so
All right, so
Sorry,
how do you want to go about
Bert. Can you go a little bit further back? I might have missed 2 sessions, it seems. Because the ship thing, I was like, ship.
Oh, yeah. You know what? There was a light session where it was like Jen, me, and Chuck, maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think this is where all of this happened. So, Jeff, I think
Right.
the last session you got was them arriving at the end of the caravan route.
Right, exactly. That's what
Right.
I think
I
Jeff and
definitely
I were
remember.
both out at the same time.
Yeah,
Right,
we were
so
doing
then-
Twilight too. Yeah.
You've just gotten the rundown of what happened in the session you missed. They explored the town. They found there is some kind of plague coming off the ocean, which has turned the underground ocean, which has turned kind of this nasty blood red. Seems to be infecting certain things, much like those mushroom men that you met a few sessions back. And everyone's kind of just stranded here because they're too afraid to do much because of just how things have spread. So you have this encampment right outside the city where all these caravan members are just kind of holed up, including the guys that got you here. they're trading between each other and what few villagers are still here that have been trapped or just didn't have provisions to leave. So they're doing steady business with that. But I think that pretty much catches you up. Yeah. I don't think anything else happened during that session. Ferndon, Jen, Chuck, do you guys remember anything further from that?
That was the big plot items.
Yeah, there was like a brief battle, and that's when we discovered. Did we discover that the red stuff in the sea was at all related to the fungus stuff that was affecting the Shroomer people?
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think I also discovered that I couldn't use animal friendship on them.
Yes.
It's only a minor detail for myself.
Very minor.
Yeah.
Very minor.
But it's MINER because we're underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those checking this out for the first time, we started in Greyhawk in the little hamlet, town of Hamlet, and a hamlet, excuse me. And as they were exploring some caves, they accidentally triggered a portal to the Underdark.
Never know.
And
We'll never know who did it.
They've been stuck here since, trying to find their way out.
Never know.
All right, so guys. So a couple of things that you have on your mission docket then is to gather wealth. You've got the remnants of the city, which you were told is dangerous, but not as dangerous as some of the other buildings in town. So that's why I believe you guys chose this particular route to go. And then there's checking out the ships in the dock to find one that's still ship shape and worthy enough for you guys to take with the captain and the crew that's willing to go.
Right.
Oh, and Jeff, the reason why they're doing this is because you got the magical maps showing like the way that you can get back to the surface world.
Right.
And by far the less hazardous way is to do it by sea.
Okay.
And isn't the bank is the place where we believe we would get the most amount of wealth, but it's also the place that we believe will be the most dangerous if we were to go into it.
And
Okay.
the houses of the wealthy, same thing. Probably more bang for your buck as far as wealth goes, but a lot more defenses, traps, and likely infected guards still on premises. Whereas the city proper, lots of small buildings, lots of streets that you can use to your advantage, and most of the people were just outright killed when the first rush of these infected creatures came out of the water.
So in terms of the boat, we're just looking to like salvage one, or are we looking to like hire like somebody around here?
Well, there's a captain and a crew that are willing to be hired out, but they don't have a ship.
Okay.
There are ships in the wharf that have been abandoned. It's just a matter of finding one that's worthy, ship shape enough to take out.
Okay.
And not piloted by a young mind flayer.
Right. I don't know why you. I mean,
I
got
was
a really nice
mine.
ship, cozy cabins. Just
I
a
was pretty
little
cool.
brain matter tithing is all he was asking for. I mean, come on.
I get that. I have wants and needs. Sometimes they leave me pooping into ravines. Don't let your ravines be dreams.
Oh my god.
So are we?
That's where they originally come up with "Don't go chasing waterfalls."
Yeah, exactly. Don't let your ravines be dreams. So how's everybody else feeling about looting versus scooting?
Well, you're
I
definitely
would-
going to have to do
Around?
both because the captain and crew aren't going
Oh.
to sail without the money.
That's right. Mm.
Yeah, we gotta go loot. It's a
There.
shameful act, but we need the coin.
Shameful. Is there like a medium option that's like kind of lucrative but not too dangerous? Because
This was it, actually.
I think
Yeah,
it's the
this was
streets.
it.
The
Okay.
streets are I think the medium one, like 16 on the map. I think that's that's as close as we get because like Bert said, there's lots of spaces for us to duck out and run away.
Okay.
But there's going to be less wealth there. The bank is like the most dangerous spot, is my understanding.
Yeah.
The houses are small, so there's not a lot of places that shambling murderers can hide.
So we're just gonna
That's what
go.
you think.
We're just like dooring to dooring, just going building to
Let's go do
building.
that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. Have you
Let's
heard
try
the
to
good
do-
news about shambling horrors?
Do you have a moment to talk about my bank account?
Have you seen my chick track?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can just go door to door. Still stuff.
What we call it is proselytizing.
All right. Again, you have a place that you can gear up if there's anything that you need. Some people are
Okay.
willing to stake you some items if you need some things with payback after the fact.
I still need some HP.
Well.
How's everybody else doing?
Where are you at?
I'm at 7 out of 11, so not terrible.
Well,
not
remember,
great.
you've got that fermented milk. Heals you right up.
You know what? I haven't learned my lesson. I'm going for it. As a man of science, I want to see what else it does to my body.
Oh
Going
God.
for it.
All right. Well, go ahead and roll a d8. That's how many points it actually heals. But then roll me save versus poison.
Okay. All right. It's been a little bit. Let me find that again. Okay. Saves versus poison. Okay. 2.
Yeah, that's a fail. All right.
Yeah.
Well, right now you feel fine.
Oh. Oh no.
See? Once it happens to you once, you've inoculated yourself. It's fine.
We'll go with that.
I watch him drinking this, and I like slowly like put more people between him and I because I'm like, I know what's about to happen.
Is anyone else down on hit points? Really, the only magical healing you have right now is this fermented milk that you got off the bugbears. And I'm not sure if Chuck, your character, has.
I do.
You do? Okay.
I do have healing. I'm
Yep.
down 3.
Well, you would have had 1 day here. So
Okay.
you,
I'm
you
down
could have
2.
cast and rememorized and cast again if you wanted to.
Okay. Let me
I
do
don't
that.
show that I've got any injury, so I'm not sure if I've healed up or if I just don't have it written down.
We had a
No,
combat
there it
last
is.
session
Yeah, I'm
that
at
you
4
weren't
of
in.
12.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Well, there's a cure light for 8. Who are you laying hands on there yet?
That was mine, and then I want to put this one here on Friendon.
Okay.
You know what?
Friendon-
Actually, put it on Oak because with the 1 from sleeping, I'm 1 away from max now.
Okay.
Oak's
And-
fine, though. He's topped off, I
No,
think.
no, I'm at 4 of 12.
Oh, 4
Okay,
of 12.
well, then
Okay,
there's
I
well,
was
there
looking
you
at
go.
the wrong.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking at max, not what current was.
There you
There
go.
you go. 5
Okay.
back. And if you
said
want to
we
risk,
rested 1 day.
Yeah. Correct, Oak.
and if you want to risk the fermented milk, you're welcome to do the same as well.
Now, do we get con bonus on the 1 or just 1 total on rest?
For the healing, no, you don't get the con bonus on the healing.
No, for like a night of rest, you get 1 point, but
You
this
get
con
1
also
point
add
total.
in.
1 point total. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my God.
so I'm down 2 then.
Not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah,
So I'm
not bad. Everyone's still good on weapons and armor. I don't think anyone's anything got damaged or lost at this point.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
That's correct.
Well, there you go. There is no real night-day cycle around here, so whenever you feel you've rested enough and recharged enough, make sure that your memorized spells you have listed down somewhere, what you've prayed for or memorized for the day,
I've got it down.
and we'll say that they're topped off as well. So there we go. So what's your game plan? You guys are hanging out at the inn right now, which is number 13 on the map. Where the water kind of cuts into the land, there are walkable bridges that are set up, so it's not, you don't have to get into the water, and this is true all the way across.
Yeah.
I would vote for looting the houses.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Less personal threat to ourselves.
Yep. Yeah, like Jen said, you can duck out into little alleys and they're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as you gear up and you head over in that direction, the guards give you another warning that it's not particularly safe, but there hasn't been any waves of creatures coming out of the city proper for a very long time. As things go, safe enough. No one's going to care about you looting the places. Those people are dead or they've been turned. So more power to you. And if that helps get food to the people that want to leave and money to the merchants to spread around, more power to you. As you are heading that way, though, sort of quietly in the back of your head, Sully, you hear a tsh. Hey, don't forget about me. If I stay
Oh.
locked up in this cabinet and you leave here, it's not going to be good for you. You ever tried to sleep when something's screaming in your ear all night long?
Yes, I had several brothers and sisters. Right. Don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be back. Just stay tight. I didn't think you'd want to come with us. It's very dangerous. Would I want someone important like yourself?
All this is out loud.
I just
Just a
pat
bad
Sully on
voice.
the shoulder like you're having
What?
an episode. Like, it's okay, bud. It's all right.
Is Sully's skull named Scully?
Oh, it should be.
Sully
Did
and
we name it?
Scully.
I don't even remember if it was named.
I think it might be named.
Should be named Mulder.
It's
there you
sentient,
go.
so there you go.
Mulder and Sully.
Mulder and
no.
Sully.
There we go.
Oh, so many
All right.
levels.
Well, you
give
know,
me just-
Underdark. How about Mulder?
Oh,
Mulder and Sully.
oh, the puns hurt. Give me some freeform. Like, what is your basic? Who's at the front? Who's at the back? Who's in the middle?
I'm
Jimmy, I
probably
would
at
be
the
up
back.
front.
Okay, on the front.
Towards the back.
Yeah.
I would probably be right up there behind him.
Got my
Yeah.
giant sword out.
I would be behind the tank, ready to go forward and sneak when necessary, but only when necessary.
Okay, so we
I
got Viet and Thyber up front.
Yeah.
Odette, you're in the rear. Friendin, you're kind of in between.
Yeah.
Would you mind putting in Roll20 your character's name for me too, Friendin?
Yeah. Sorry. Wait, in roll 20? Because I think
Yes.
it is, right?
Is it?
Grownwolf, I think it's in there.
I just see Friendin. All right.
No,
go
in
Wolf.
the go to the
Oh.
gear, Friendin, and then where it says display name, you can switch it.
Oh, okay. I've never done that before in here. Okay, sorry, my bad.
All right,
I'm
the
on it.
two up front. You scan around. Of course, this is all in a cavern, so it's mostly stone floor, dust, a little bit of dirt. You're seeing between the rows down the alleys, and the houses really aren't set up to be in like a grid pattern or anything. They were just built lean-to to lean-to. Some houses were built using someone else's wall as their back wall, etc. So there's lots of blind alleys, lots of thoroughfares. There has been a lot of disturbance in the street. So like you're looking around, you see footprints, you see large footprints as well. You're seeing pools of like desiccated corpses laying around here and there, skeletons that have just moldered away, been bashed to bits, etc. But you're not seeing anything moving currently.
Do the
No.
footprints look human or do they look like
No, they really don't. They're a good 2-3 times the size of a large human's print, and they're taloned, front and rear.
Bipedal or quad?
Bipedal.
Place has gone to the
Oh.
birds.
bird people?
Now we're not using a battle map or anything, so we're just gonna kind of. You're gonna hit the first building. What's your general plan? Like, how do you go about it? Most of these buildings, for the most part, are all single-story, 1 to 2 room affairs. Some larger ones are 2 stories, and about double the size of the smaller.
We should, I don't know. I think we should start on the edge and just hit, like, pick a street and just work our way in from one edge. That way we don't have to worry about something coming up
We
behind
doing
us.
this quick or
Mhm.
quiet?
Quiet.
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 I can
Okay.
only get so quiet, but we'll give it a go.
The first houses that you reach on the outskirts are some of the newest construction. They're also the smallest of the houses. What you're seeing, most of the doors are wide open. No one secured them. They probably ran out quickly. The few that actually have glass windows, what you're seeing of these are shattered, broken in. Viet and Thybor, you're in the front, so you're the first ones to look in. Most of what you're seeing, like there's a bed. Some of them have 2 small tables, little trinkets from the family or single people that stayed there. Some of them do have trunks, like steamer trunks at the foot of the beds. So you're standing in front of one of these now that it looks like it might have something. So you see a trunk, It's closed. The door was open. You're seeing signs that something happened in here. Like there's dried blood splattered on the walls. There's bits of gristle on the ground that was probably the remainder of a person, and some, small animals have come in and just eaten it over time. But there is a chest here, still closed.
I'll step to the side of it and use my two-handed sword, kind of see if I can wedge the blade in and pop it open, or is it locked?
Sure. It's not a very difficult lock on it. It pops open readily enough. It has small possessions like nice plates, silverware. Some of the plates are silver. You find a few that might be bronze. There's some scattered coins in here. All in all, if you want to just loot this, have you guys brought bags, a cart, or anything to carry stuff in?
Say, well, we got a chest right here. So does it have handles on it to pick
It does. Yep, it does. And it's only like got a quarter full, so you can throw more into it as well.
Good
up?
idea.
Might as well use this.
Yeah.
Okay. So time progresses and you do this room after room, building after building, as you're hitting the outskirts first and you're working your way into the middle of this town. At this point, you've got 2 trunks that you've filled up with various things. Most of it's just spare coins, small coins. You have found a few that had electrum tucked away, but there are also things like silver candlestick holders, gold plates, some nice jewelry, that sort of thing. Throwing it all in the trunk and just heading along.
Say for the jewelry and the more expensive coin,
Mhm.
let's keep that in a sack on somebody in case we have to run.
Oh, you could trust me with that. I'm an expert on jewelry and things.
That's kind of what I thought.
Sully volunteers for that job. All right. You're now done with the outer ring of buildings and you're heading deeper in. Some of these houses are more lavish. They're 2-story. They look like they could hold a family or more in it. They're better built. And as you're walking along, Chuck, roll me a D6.
Sure thing. I got a 6. Oh no, is this initiative?
6 is good. No, 6 is good.
Okay.
So far, the only thing you've really heard is like the sound of the surf, some of the people further back, the guards yelling at one another, the sounds you're used to. You're getting deeper into the city center and you're starting to hear kind of like a clacking sound, like something's tapping on stone or wood. You really can't pinpoint which direction it's coming from.
I would make sure
Okay.
to silently call out the group, like clacking.
Does it sound like the clacking of an animal that might want some friendship?
Or does it sound like bone on cobblestone?
Hard to tell. It sounds like something hard on rock and wood. Like the timber changes, it's moving, whatever it is.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Is there a... Viet, you're a gnome, correct?
Dwarf.
Dwarf.
Oh, but no.
You're the gnome, okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything where I could pick them up and stick them like up on a roof to help
Sure.
see if they can get a better vantage point?
With your height, if you pick them up, you can place Sully on a rooftop, a 1-story building rooftop.
Let's take a
Okay.
look for us, Sully.
Okay.
Okay.
Fastball special.
Sure. Sully, you get a better look around, and you see what's making the clicking and clicking sound. A few houses over and one alley over, there is a monstrosity that's maybe 7 feet tall. It has long arms, like the arms are comically long compared to its body, and they end in these hooked talons, a single talon. It's blackish in color, and it's hard to tell if it's furred or feathered. It's also got an enormous beak, and the clacking is as it's walking around. Its taloned feet are making the sound of the stone, and occasionally its hooked arm scrapes the sides of buildings as it looks in through windows.
Does it feel
kinda
any
like-
horror?
It is hooked and it is horrible. Yeah, horrific. Sure. Yeah, that's it. What you just rolled, a 2, is actually you surprised it. So you have 2 segments of actions that you can do before it recognizes you're there, which can include going away so that it doesn't know that you're there. But that's what you see, Sully.
I will whisper, the most foul creature you could ever imagine. Just over there, hooks and beaks and fire and all sorts of awful things.
Get it
doesn't
together.
see us.
What are you telling us right now?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just so scared.
From his description, does that ring a bell? Do any of us recognize what it may be?
Any of you that have a reason to be deep dwellers, like dwarves, Oak, you're an orc, right, or half orc?
Half orc.
I'll let you have the roll too. You can make me intelligence checks, and the way I'm doing this is blackjack rules. Roll under your intelligence equal to is like a really good success.
Could I make a roll as a gnome?
Yeah, gnomes are underground dwellers.
9 out of 10 for me.
Does it not have a button for just an int?
No,
Okay.
not for me.
I don't know shit.
Oh,
Okay.
Do you
Yeah,
think
you're
they might? Go ahead.
I got a
Yeah.
10.
two frontliners, Thiber and Viet. You have had some knowledge of what these are. Hook horrors, they've been called. Carnivorous, not very intelligent, but very, well, they'd soon as eat you as a runaway or be frightened. Incredibly strong, a little slow.
Just like my Aunt Cynthia. What are we gonna do?
It's going to be a tough fight, but we could possibly trick it or run away from it. What do you want to do?
I would rather flee from this.
I have a feeling it's not neutral. So I can't have it as a friend as much as I want to.
I'm inclined to just try to go away.
We surprised it, right? So it's
Right.
it's gonna notice us, right?
No,
Not
if you take your 2 segments to
okay.
not be noticed and go away, then it won't.
As much as it pains me, I will leave my new friend.
You just whisper longingly at it, "Love you," as you
And be
get
like,
dragged away.
Its name was Birdo. I was so ready.
Aw.
I was so ready.
Well, it looks lonely. It's looking into these homes through the windows, obviously looking for some companionship.
No!
That's
No!
not a hook. It's a knocking
Bert, no!
finger. It's a knocking finger. It's just asking if anyone's home.
Honestly, your
Oh, and
character can't
I-
even see it. Only Sully can see it. So
Tell Morgan I said goodnight.
It's just so awful. Oh,
I want it
goodness.
so much.
So if we're fleeing, are these homes close enough that I can do like a hop to the next?
yeah, some of them share walls, so
Yeah.
you can definitely do
I'll
that.
try to like skirt carefully and quietly across the walls and just keep
A bird's eye view, if you will.
Okay. If you're doing that, well, what are the rest of you doing when Sully hotfoots it across the rooftops using the Thieves' Highway?
Oh,
I'm going to stay like near the corner of the building where we're at, just trying to be quiet, but
Okay.
ready if this thing comes our way to kneecap it.
yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. I want to make sure everyone can escape safely.
All right. The way Sully explained where it was located, if you just stay where you are or back up, either one, it's going to pass you by on a tangential street, assuming you stay quiet enough. Thiber and Viet, you both also know that it does not have a great sense of smell either. So as long as you stay quiet, you're likely to be okay, is what you're thinking. All right. However, Sully is not necessarily being quiet. Sully, do 2 things for me. You have a nice little thieves skill that allows you to move silently.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll that first.
yeah, one sec. Just see. Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy, that's not good.
All right. And now roll a d6.
4.
Okay. Well, you're not quiet, but neither are you surprised. So you're scaling from a 1-story to a 2-story to get a little bit more height on you. And now you've got a much better view of kind of like the city square, and you're looking around. And you see your hook horror friend that you spotted before, and it is in fact moving away from your group. But then when you turn to kind of look in the opposite direction, 3 more are coming in the direction of your group.
Do they see me?
They
the 3
do
coming?
not.
Okay. So I will do like Navy SEAL stuff. Be like,
3 hook horrors that way. 3 right side.
so as best I can.
It does not look like the creatures have caught their scent or are on their trail. They're just doing the same thing the first one is like they're just checking buildings one after another to see if a new meal has taken root. Drat, no new villagers have respawned for food.
Aw. We just need to wait out that timer.
Go to a different spawn point.
That's right. Why didn't you? We could have brought the mounts and kited the mobs with the mounts.
Sully, they have a good view of you, but if you keep waving your hands, you're probably going to draw attention to yourself. But from this vantage point, you could direct them where to go to avoid things. Up to
Okay. I'll do it. I'll make sure they're okay. So I will, like, as best I can, kind of lay flat and like not like crazy,
you. You're doing semaphores
like used
on the
car
rooftop,
salesperson.
big
No,
brightly
like,
colored flags.
yeah. So yeah, I'll do my best to direct the party from where I am.
All right.
You pull the idiot move and be like, "What? I don't understand what you're saying."
You stupid.
You say cast magic missile directly into the air like a flare?
Oh goodness! Oh god, they're all doomed.
But yeah.
So Sully is trying to give you directions. What do you guys want to do about it?
We'll follow his directions.
If we can interpret what he's saying, we'll do that.
All right. Good enough.
I'm
Sully
like
has.
ready. I'm ready to cast like entangle if I need to.
Okay.
Like I'm just preparing just in case. Like if it looks like we get spotted. So
I'm ready to go. Shh, sleep. That's what I've been thinking this whole time. Just sleep.
You guys take some rights, some lefts, a couple of straights, and eventually he has gotten you into like the bottom left or the southeast corner of the town, and you're at a vantage point where you guys can look down the street and you can see them kind of congregating. There's 6 of them. They don't seem to have picked up your trail. Unfortunately, they're congregating really close to where Sully is on the roof. They haven't noticed him yet either. You're far enough away that you can continue looting if you want to.
Okay.
Sully, if you want to stay there and be safe, you can do that. If you want to
I'm
move,
just gonna lay flat and just as flat as possible. Just gonna think stiff as a board.
All right.
You know,
Light as a feather, as I was thinking
Yeah.
too.
So you guys see Sully lay down and kind of lower his profile so he's not as obvious.
Now, can I find a good size of like a brick chunk of masonry or something to chunk like way away from us across the
Either that or
rooftops?
someone's got an arrow or something.
There's stray rocks and foundation material just laying around. You can grab up a good sized chunk.
Yeah, nothing that's too heavy. It won't go far, but enough that it'll make a lot of noise when I chunk it far away
Mm-hmm.
to try to draw attention.
All right. Consider yourself armed. Do you continue looting?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's clear.
Yeah.
All right.
Being cautious to watch for them coming back around.
Sure. You want to designate someone as the lookout?
About rooftop Sully.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right,
oh,
Sully.
Sully's being surrounded by these things. Okay.
All right. So you occasionally have to lift your head to look to see how they're doing and where they are. But so far, they're just kind of staying at the city center. So you guys continue your looting. The same thing. Break into a few more houses. I shouldn't say
Yeah.
break in. The doors are open.
Yeah.
Throw more trinkets into your chests, accumulating a good amount of swag. The first house that you come across with a door that's locked, like it's closed, you try the handle, it's actually locked. The house is also a little odd in that it has no windows, although it is a single floor.
You said it was or wasn't locked?
It is locked. Like the door is both closed and locked.
Was there a window we can look in through?
No windows. That's
Okay.
one of the oddities. Like every house you've come across so